watching you. Double up or quit, double strike or split. The ace is fate, the ace is
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Double Jeopardy. Your general manager, gentleman, Chadwick.
I have never seen this many inbreds before in my entire life.
Look in the mirror, bitch! Look in the mirror!
Last time we was here.
That's right. One other time, last week.
Look in the mirror!
Shut up, Tin Man. The reason we're here tonight is because this night could be the crowning achievement during my short run administration as your MWA General Manager. After I handily defeated this scallywag, this numbsucker, this mudslinger known as Roberta Blade, I single-handedly humiliated him in a general election due to you, my people. And tonight we are here for Double Jeopardy. A great event indeed, which will feature not one, but two steel cage matches. One of those cage matches will feature Mr. MWA Honest Donnie Green. And you know, Donnie, looking back, you deserve to be in a steel cage with Ray the Bear Steele. Because as honest as you've been over your career, winning every single match by yourself, unassisted, fair and square, without cheating, in the middle of the ring, 1, 2, 3. And Ray the Bear Steele has the unlitigated gall to have intentionally broken your ankle in this very building. He broke your ankle, put your family at risk, put your great career at risk. So now the MWA's decided to put you in a cage. Well, good, because I want you to get that big ugly goose, and I want you to rip him from limb to limb in your weapons match. You grab barbed wire, you grab trash cans, you grab chairs, you grab whatever it takes, and you beat him to within an inch of his life, because he deserves everything he's gonna get. And now, my silent assassin, Eddie Browning, who has done everything that I've asked of him to do for the past 6 months. Everything. Anybody gets in my way, he's put them out of this business. Why? Because he's the greatest singles wrestler in the MWA today. And in his hand, he has the contract of this flea bag. BLS, Black Label Society, NDX, near-death experience. Every time I look at you, I experience a near-death experience because you make me want to puke until my lungs come out. I don't care how you feel. These people now love me, not you. They no longer chant your name, but they chant Jim, Jim, Jim. That's an idiot right there. That's just an idiot. Look at her. Those are not even her real teeth. So Eddie, tonight you're in a tables, ladders, and chairs match with the Play Bunny, Scotty Hayes. You know what I want you to do? I want you to beat him up, knock him around, take him up on top of the ladder, throw him off the ladder, get a chair, bash his head in every time he wants to hit the ropes and act like some kind of freaking ballerina, some kind of faggot wrestler that we no longer allow. And if this little munchkin gets out of the way, I want you to smash his head like a pumpkin. Look at it. It's big enough to be. He's starring in the next movie with Charlie Brown, Where's the Great Pumpkin? So if it gets in the way, I want you to pop him like a pimple. And last but not least, and don't forget, Blade, he's got a brand new 12-gauge shotgun. He's done some hunting here lately, and he's liable to a little more, if you know what I mean. Now, my champion, my MWA World Heavyweight Champion, the man that single-handedly handed Abyss his behind in Richmond, Kentucky, the man that will single-handedly stick that crown of Jerry the King Lawler so far up his rectum, he's going to have to part his eyebrows in order to see the top of his head. This is the greatest MWA World Heavyweight Champion of all time. And you want to know why? Do you want to know why? I'll tell you why. Because by God, he's worthy. Many men have walked a trail, but not one man has walked a mile in this man's shoes. And tonight, Kickin Kelly Charles, you're home. Don't start that Kelly crap. Your little hometown hero, the town drunk, Kelly Charles, gets his big shot, his only shot, a snowball's chance in hell of winning the MWA World Heavyweight Championship. You got him in a cage, son. And what do? You're a caged animal. And what does a caged animal do? You fight for your life. So this is going to be it for Kelly Charles. Tonight is going to be it for Ray the Bear Steele. And tonight will be it for the Playboy, Scott Hayes. And there's one other declaration that I've got to make. I just got back from the Bahamas. Good news for my family. I'm becoming a rich man because I'm Anna Nicole Smith's baby's daddy.
on. First, he is Mr. James Clough. His tag team partner is the Kentucky Heavyweight Champion, Ironman Cody Matthews. And the opponents first, Hosscat Big Henry. His tag team partner is Mastering Down Tuffy.
All right, here we are at ringside. Joe Rogers along with Maxx Sledd. The opening contest.
Mr. Everything,
Mr.
Maxx
Everything,
Sledd.
Maxx Sledd.
Thank you.
The opening contest in the highly anticipated event, Double Jeopardy.
I can't
Later
wait.
tonight, the Steel Cage, Larry D, Kelly Charles. I can't wait. This crowd is phenomenal. This place is packed out, and they are excited. And what a way to kick things off, Maxx.
Yeah,
Tuffy
three huge
and
main
Hosscat
events.
Big Henry in tag team action. Tuffy opening things up on the Ironman. Cody Matthews, the MWA Kentucky Heavyweight Champion. This opening tag team contest, starting off Double Jeopardy. But Maxx, I tell you what I'm excited about, the double steel cage main event later tonight.
Yeah,
not only
but
does
not just a double. You got to remember the TLC match. It's a triple main event. But when you got action like this, every match is a main event.
Exactly, top to bottom, this is one of the biggest cards that MWA has ever put together. I'm honored to be at ringside, and I'm excited about tonight's action.
Well, of course you're honored to be at ringside. You're sitting next to the great Mr. Everything,
absolutely.
Maxx Sledd. You can't say enough about how good Tuffy is in the ring. You know, I don't like him, but personally, he's one of the best wrestlers on the entire roster, and these people love him.
Well, you know, Tuffy is one of the toughest superstars here in the MWA. His speed, his quickness add a lot to his game.
Oh.
And as you see there, Tuffy can fly absolutely with the best of them.
You know,
and
though,
mixed with the power of Hosscat Big Henry, they're one of the up-and-coming tag teams here in the MWA. And we see Tuffy take the big man off his feet.
The only thing that I'm concerned about is he's going to run out of energy, run out of steam, and that's when it becomes the Iron Man's match. He's not called the Iron Man for nothing. Oh. What was that? Something that big wasn't meant to fly. That was like the Hindenburg crashing.
Hosscat Big Henry bringing this capacity crowd to its feet here in Mount Sterling, Kentucky. Sold out for this incredible event, Double Jeopardy. And I do believe Tuffy is about to fly. The crowd wants to see it.
Oh, this ain't
here
necessary.
We go. Tuffy off the top rope drops the 400-plus pound James Clough to the ground.
You about saw why they call it a high-risk maneuver. Yeah, it can pay off, but it's also very risky to try, and it can cut your career in half. Vicious knife-edge chops.
Right in the face of the fans here right in front of us, Maxx. Tuffy taking the fight right to Cody Matthews and James Clough, and a hard right hand from Tuffy. Action back in the ring. It's been all
fun and
Tuffy
games.
and Hosscat thus far.
They're just trying to make it all fun and games, but you know what? The Iron Man came here to work, and James Clough, he don't ever play around. He's all business.
James Clough is absolutely a dangerous individual, as is Cody Matthews.
The Iron Man, Kentucky champion.
The Iron Man, Cody Matthews, MWA Kentucky heavyweight champion.
Right now what he's doing is he's leading Tuffy into a false sense of security, but the Iron Man, as the match goes 30, 60 minutes, that's when it's going to turn into his match because nobody's going to be able to keep up with him.
Tag made to the big man. Hosscat Big Henry comes in with a hard right hand. Double team maneuver from Hosscat and Tuffy, working well together the past several weeks as a team. And they've been on quite a win streak, man.
Yeah, if I was the champion, what I'd do right here is I'd tag in the big man. I'd go ahead because if he gets hurt here in a tag team match, what's that going to do for the Kentucky heavyweight title situation?
That's a good point you make, but right now, no opportunity for a tag, being dominated by the big man, Hosscat Big Henry, who drops
Nobody
the
does a leg drop
300-plus
better.
pound leg drop down on the throat of Cody Matthews. Cody Matthews' resilience throwing through, gets the shoulder up at the last moment.
How does the big man get so high off the ground? Gravity shouldn't allow something like that.
Hosscat Big Henry, an incredible athlete, is one of the many great athletes here in the MWA. Irish whip, center of the ropes, close line that misses. High hip toss takes down.
Watch
the
this,
Kentucky
watch
champion.
this.
But I do believe there was a blind tag in the corner moments ago, and the big man, Mr. James
The only
Clough,
one that was blind
comes
to
into
it,
the ring.
the only body that was blind to it was these people, these morons. Well, now the big man, all I can say is, where's your Hosscat at now?
James Clough has to be considered one of the most powerful men in professional wrestling. Sends Hosscat in with a hard forearm shot. And Maxx, that looked to be close to the throat to me.
Oh, no, sir, no, sir. I know both these guys personally, and they'd never cheat a day in their life.
Well, right now, behind the referee's back, James Clough with a blatant and open choke.
No, that's a chin lock. You put the hand on the chin, you force pressure on it, you can dislodge the chin, but you know what? That's the price you pay with getting in there with the big man.
Hosscat sent into the corner. James Clough using his massive size to drive those shoulders into the midsection of Hosscat Big Henry. And if something doesn't happen soon, Hosscat's going to be in a world of trouble. And now again behind the referee's back.
All I can say is that sportsmanship with Cody Matthews. Anybody else would be cheating behind the referee's back right there. Cody Matthews, he's checking on Hosscat, seeing what's going on. And right now he knows what's going on.
Double team behind the referee's back.
Well, who's in control now? Just call it like it is. The Iron Man Cody Matthews, Kentucky heavyweight champion.
Well,
he's the best in Kentucky.
The Kentucky heavyweight champion back into the ring. And now he draws in Tuffy. And it looks like Tuffy has seen enough with the referee getting involved. And again, we have an illegal double team and no tag on the other side of the ring.
I heard the tag. Did you hear the tag? Maybe your monitor's on a blitz, but mine's working just fine, and I saw a tag. And even if there wasn't a tag, who's man enough to tell James Clough to get out of the ring?
Well, I'm not going in there with him, but right now, James Clough clothesline the misses. Hosscat on the other side in a double clothesline, and both men are down.
Yeah, irresistible force crashed into the movable object, and they both went down like the Titanic.
Whoever gets the tag right here could very well carry the momentum into the end of this match, Maxx. This crowd trying to get Hosscat on his feet. They want to see Tuffy get the tag.
Who cares what these people think? It ain't a popularity contest, it's a wrestling match.
So close, there's the tag on the other side of the ring, and Tuffy gets the tag. In comes a very popular Tuffy with hard right hand, taking down both the Kentucky heavyweight champion and knocking Clough back into the corner. The champ out of the ring, and now Tuffy right back after Mr. James Clough, and Tuffy not backing down one bit from the big man.
Ooh!
Oh, hard.
Have you ever heard anything like that? That right there's vicious. That gives me goosebumps. Ooh.
Another hard open hand chop from the Mount Sterling native.
Spine tingling.
Clough firing back into the corner. Hosscat still down in the far corner. Follows him in, big avalanche in the corner, and that could spell the end of it for Mount Sterling's own Tuffy.
That's it.
Wait a minute, Clough misses in the corner, and Hosscat out of nowhere.
Ooh, splash the
Hosscat
zone.
beat Henry with a big avalanche. Tuffy springboard off the middle rope.
He might have broke his nose.
Spot kick, and he just knocked James Clough's lights out. That's gonna do it.
The winners of this contest, Hosscat's Big Henry and Tuffy.
Girls, you make the right world go round.
You got to give it up to him, but obviously 2-on-1 advantage as they double team James Clough. And you know what? The win that matters. The win would have made more sense if they'd done it over Cody Matthews. He is the Kentucky heavyweight champion, but neither one of these guys was smart enough to go after the champ. They knew they couldn't take it to the Ironman.
Max, I've heard you say multiple times that a win is a win. And what we just saw in the ring in the opening contest of Double Jeopardy, another big win for Tuffy and Hosscat Big Henry, and a win over a very tough team of Cody Matthews and James Clough. Tuffy, Hosscat, a great tag team on the rise, and I believe they've got gold in their very near future.
I don't know about that, but you know, I got to give the devil their due. They did get the big win here. The people are happy, and I got a big surprise for these people. They're going to be really happy with what comes up next. The next match, oh, big surprise. They're going to all be happy.
Well, I tell you what, we got top to bottom one of the biggest events MWA has ever put together. I'm excited about it, and the action continues here. Mount Sterling, Kentucky, MWA presents Double Jeopardy.
Give it all you got, that pop girls, you make the right world go round. That pop girl.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. It is an 8-man tag team match. Introducing team number 1. First, he is Black Rain. His tag team partners are Team Fitness, and returning to the ring, the unbeaten MWA World Champion and the Tag Team Champion in his return tonight, Mr. Everything, Maxx Sledd.
big pocket full of big frames. When I'm in the mall, you won't just call. You dance, give me that, move around. Feel the work, make the ball ball. Boys in the hood, call me that ball shot. The longest lady on the beat, yeah. I think they like me, yeah, I know. Let's get my action when I walk through the door.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go again. 8-man tag team action here as MWA presents Double Jeopardy. One side of the ring, we have the very exciting and charismatic tag team, Chucky Smooth and Al Steele, the team of Steele Smooth, teaming up with Casey Kaos and the very popular JT Snow. Kaos getting this crowd involved quickly. The bell sounds, and it looks like my broadcast colleague, Maxx Sledd, is actually going to attempt to start this matchup off. Maxx Sledd starting things off with Big Al Steele, one half of the popular tag team Steele Smooth. Maxx teaming up tonight with Team Fitness, as well as the very odd, the very mysterious Black Rain. This should be a most exciting 8-man tag team matchup here. Double Jeopardy. Ladies and gentlemen at home, do not adjust your monitors. Do not adjust your monitor. Do not adjust your television's color picture. There is not an albino in the ring. That is my broadcast colleague, Mr. Everything, Maxx Sledd. And you can hear this frenzious crowd here in Mount Sterling, Kentucky, letting him know they want this shirt to go back on. Oh, give me a break. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it is safe to assume that Maxx Sledd is suffering from furniture disease. His chest is in his drawers. I've never seen anything quite like this. This crowd wants Casey Kaos. They get him. There's the tag. And Maxx Sledd turning into the corner. And he wants no part of Casey Kaos, and there's the tag to Mike Payne of Team Fitness, who comes in, fisticuffs, going right after Casey Kaos. Payne sends Kaos in. Kaos drops down, drop kick to the back, and Payne goes out to the floor. And Kaos makes the tag. JT Snow makes his first appearance in this 8-man tag team contest. Team Fitness member Michael Payne coming back into the ring. Beautiful arm drag takedown from JT Snow, followed by a hip toss. And as Payne comes up, Snow with a hard clothesline knocks him down. JT Snow on fire in this 8-man tag team matchup. Sends him in, beautiful Japanese arm drag, taking Michael Payne up and over. And now Snow, inverted atomic knee drop. JT Snow is a house of fire here at Double Jeopardy. Lateral press, grapevines the leg, but Payne able to get the shoulder up. JT Snow goes to work on the arm of Mr. Fitness, Michael Payne. Tag is made to Chucky Smooth, who makes his first appearance in this matchup. Hard right hand from Chucky Smooth to Payne. Chucky Smooth cracking away at the arm of Michael Payne. And Payne is in desperate need of a tag. He's taken a lot of punishment and a hard clothesline. Chucky Smooth brings this capacity crowd, the Estill Street Jubilee, onto their feet. Another hard right hand from Chucky Smooth, backing Payne back into the corner. Irish whip to the far side, into the buckles. Chucky Smooth, high with that flying avalanche into the corner. Michael Payne could be out of it right here. Chucky Smooth dancing, exciting this crowd here in Mount Sterling, Kentucky. Lateral press, didn't grapevine the leg. Payne able to slip the left shoulder out. Tag made. Big Al Steele coming back in. Double team move coming up from Steele Smooth. Double elbow, dropping Payne down to the mat. Big Al Steele stares down Max Sledd, and my broadcast colleague wanting no part of Al Steele, who now is mimicking and mocking Team Fitness. Hard leg drop again, lateral press, 2 count only. And another tag made on this side of the ring. Casey Kaos comes back into the ring. Double team move coming up from Kaos and Steele, sending Payne into the corner. Oh my goodness. And now Kaos flying from the other side of the ring. Casey Kaos mounted up on the top. And this crowd here in Mount Sterling starts counting down with him. And wait a minute, from the other side of the ring, you can see on your monitor, Mike Roach is coming in. Boot right to the face of Kaos. No legal tag was made, and the referee is not going to allow the pinfall. Nonetheless, the damage has been done. Mike Roach from the other side of the ring, and now that hard boot to the back from Payne, and Casey Kaos is in a world of trouble. There's the tag. In will come officially now Mike Roach, as he goes right after Casey Kaos, pounding away in the corner. Mike Payne follows him into the corner. Hard knee to the midsection. Kaos staggering out, and there's a high Harley race-like knee from Mike Roach. And another knee, this time right into the face of Kaos, but it's Chucky Smooth of the Team Steel Smooth who comes in to break up the count. Tag made behind the referee's back, double team maneuver. Black Rain making his first appearance in this 8-man match. Double axe handle off the top rope, takes down Casey Kaos. Black Rain quickly cuts Kaos off from making a tag. What a night this has been thus far. 8-man tag team action we have in the ring right now in the Estill Street Jubilee, Mount Sterling, Kentucky. The hottest action you will find anywhere in the wrestling world every Saturday night, and this match could be over. Kaos at the last split second gets the shoulder up. Black Rain with a snapmare takes him over. The very odd character of Black Rain. We know very little about it. Mystical type individual cranking down the neck of Casey Kaos as this crowd getting behind Casey, trying to get him back to his feet, to the corner to make a much needed tag. See the desperation on the face of JT Snow as he wants back in there. Steel Smooth wanting to get the tag. Kaos, the arm drops once, 2 more times, and this matchup is going to be over with. This could be it, but Casey with the arm up, feeding off the intensity of this crowd, trying to get back to his feet. Elbow to the midsection. Kaos begins to fight back. Sunset flip attempt. He's got him wrapped up. 1. Black Rain into the ropes. The referee will stop it, but can Kaos make a quick tag? Cut off by Black Rain. But wait a minute, the tag has been made. Max Sledd is finally making his way into the ring, choking out Casey Kaos. Blatant choke right in front of the referee. Dropping down on top of Kaos is Mr. Everything, Max Sledd. And notice that he wanted no part of Kaos earlier in the match, but now that Kaos has been beaten down by Team Fitness and Black Rain, Max Sledd is more than willing to come into the ring. Kaos trying to fight back in the corner. He desperately needs a tag, but Max able to cut Kaos off due to a tag to Mr. Fitness Michael Payne. Payne coming back into the ring, sitting down on Casey, cranking back on the throat. Chin lock now from Payne, trying to force the submission for Casey Kaos. Casey has shown an incredible amount of resilience in this matchup, unwilling to quit and give up, but he is in desperate need of a tag. And now Casey backed into the corner. Irish whip to the far buckle. And now Casey able to get the boot up into the stomach of Mr. Fitness. Black Payne and a big bulldog off the top rope from Casey Kaos. Kaos now desperately needs a tag. Both men are down. You can hear the fans in Mount Sterling getting behind Casey Kaos as he desperately needs this tag. But on the other side of the ring, Payne going for the tag. There it is. In comes Mike Roach with the tag made. And wait just a moment. We've got everybody piling into the ring. And we've got 6 men in the ring right now battling it out. Mr. Everything Max Sledd has dropped down to the floor. Casey Kaos is down in the corner. And we've got an Pier 6 brawl taking place here in the Estill Street Jubilee. JT Snow battling it out with Mike Roach on the floor. We've got Steele battling it out with Black Rain on the floor. This has become an absolute brawl, but yet still in the ring. Casey Kaos trying to get back to his feet. Black Rain back in the ring. Wait a minute, Casey behind Black Rain, and Rain has no idea Casey's there. Look out. There's the sit out by Casey Kaos. Lateral press, great finds the leg. This matchup is over. Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of this contest, JT Snow, Casey Kaos, and the team of Steele Smooth.
Take us to intermission.
It's easy to see, and in the back of your mind, I know you should. Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? Don't you wish your girlfriend was a freak like me? Don't you?
Introducing first, Stick the Bruiser! His opponent is one half of the Mount Sterling Wrecking Crew. Ladies and gentlemen, the Southern Sensation, Shayne Parker!
And here we go, Shayne Parker exploding into the ring after Vic the Bruiser.
This is a big return match from last week. Lots of heat behind this one.
Well, there's definitely a lot of bad blood between these two men, but I tell you what, Max, with every mega event that the MWA produces, there's always one matchup that can steal the show.
Right there,
This could be that
Vic the
match.
Bruiser's smart. He's coming to the floor to regroup. And of course, Shayne Parker being a low-down Mount Sterling, he comes out after him. That's not fair.
Well, Vic the Bruiser didn't want the fight in the ring, and Shayne Parker taking the fight
He's got
to the floor.
closed fists. He's out here back fighting like we're on the streets. Vic the Bruiser's a wrestler. If he wants to turn it into a fight, I'm sure Vic the Bruiser, as soon as he gets his wits about him, I'm sure he'll take this contest right over, because Vic the Bruiser, he can do it all, and he can do it all good.
Vic the Bruiser, perhaps the most crafty veteran here in the MWA, and tonight at Double Jeopardy, battling Southern Sensation Shayne Parker, and again the fight coming right back to the floor. And they're right in front of us, Max. Oh my goodness.
Is this a Spanish announce table? Because if it is, I'm going to clear way.
Southern Sensation Shayne Parker taking the fight right to Vic the Bruiser, but Vic turns around, one of those powerful open hand chops, and they are absolutely hammering away at one another.
Yeah, you know, I put over their history from last week, but it goes way back in the day when Shayne Parker's company used to run here, and not even just in that company, but in all the companies around the world. These guys ultimately end up meeting each other, and it's always a fight. These two, they're not going to be happy until one of them's still here and the other one's career is over.
Well, they are absolutely tearing one another limb from limb right now, and the tide has definitely changed. Vic the Bruiser on top of the action right now, stomping away at the fingers of Southern sensation Shayne Parker.
Yeah, who wanted to turn it into a fight, huh? Who wanted to turn it into a fight? I think Shayne did. So now Vic's just giving him what's coming to him. He's giving him what he wanted. He wanted to fight. Well, Vic the Bruiser, he's not going to stop until Shayne Parker stops breathing.
Well, he may very well do it, because Vic the Bruiser standing on the throat of Shayne Parker, blatantly in front of the referee.
Come up here back, you punk bastard! Come on up!
Vic the Bruiser all over this very hot capacity crowd. And I'll tell you what, Max, I know the fans at home are going to be watching this live DVD production, but there's nothing in this world like coming to the world-famous Estill Street Jubilee every Saturday night to see the MWA, the very best in professional wrestling.
Yeah, you can find, if you don't know where it's at, and you don't know what the MWA is, well, first and foremost, you're missing out. But you can always go to www.mwaonline.net. And while you're there, you should link over to maxsled.com. That's the only place there's anything worth listening to.
Somehow I knew that cheap plug for maxsled.com.
Yeah, everything.
Nonetheless, high leg drop down onto the throat of Shayne Parker.
More vicious than Hulk Hogan, okay? He taught Hogan how to drop it.
Lateral press, but he did not grapevine the leg. Shayne Parker, very resilient, holding out, but right now Vic the Bruiser is not letting up one bit.
Yeah, this racist crowd, they rally behind the Southern sensation. He gets his second wind. He always comes back fighting, but you know what? You're going to need more than a second win. You're going to need a third or a fourth if you're going to contend with Vic the Bruiser. They don't call him the Bruiser for nothing, and I guarantee Shayne Parker's going to be feeling this one for a long time to come.
Well, the great fans here in Mount Sterling are some of the greatest wrestling fans you'll find anywhere in the world. And I don't think we could definitely sit here at this table, Max, and call them racist by any means at all.
They clearly are. They burn crosses in their front yard.
Oh, give me
They
a
think
break.
it's Halloween every day of the week. They put hoods on. They go around and they harass people like Vic the Bruiser. Why do you think you've never seen a black man in Mount Sterling, Kentucky? Vic's the first one. He scares them. They're not mad at him. They're just scared of him.
Oh, give me a break. I've never heard anything like this. Nonetheless, let's get back to the action in the ring. Vic the Bruiser right in front of the referee, strangling Southern sensation Shayne Parker in the corner. And now that hard boot right into the ribs, and he may have just cracked one of the ribs of Shayne Parker.
Yeah, I love how Vic systematically picks a body part, takes it apart, then just goes right after another one like that. He's just so scientific. I love it.
Well, I tell you what, Vic the Bruiser,
Strategic,
he has done
scientific.
just that. He has systematically picked apart Shayne Parker in this matchup.
I love it. And you can tell
And whether you like him or you
love
don't
it.
like him, whether you like him or you don't like him, you have to respect Vic the Bruiser, one of the all-time greatest single professional wrestlers to ever come into this area. But right now, he is going head-to-head with Southern sensation Shayne Parker, and Parker rallying behind this hot crowd in Mount Sterling, battling back to his feet, but he's cut off again. Blatant low blow by Vic the Bruiser.
I think that was a knee to the chest. I really do.
Give me a break.
I can see it from my vantage point. Your screen's a little out, but my monitor works just fine. I can see it. It was to the midsection. And right there's no doubt about that. That's right to that big, shiny skull of Shayne Parker.
Well, that was undoubtedly a low blow.
His
which
hair
cut
was
off
so
Shayne
scared
Parker.
of Vic the Bruiser, it didn't show up tonight.
Well, Shayne Parker is far from done for. As long as there is breath in the body of Shayne Parker, you can guarantee that he's going to fight. And he's trying to pull himself back up into the corner.
I'm guaranteeing you, I'm going on a limb right now, I'm guaranteeing you, Vic the Bruiser's going to end this thing. He's got it in hand. He'll kill Shayne Parker, just like later on tonight, the other half of the Wrecking Crew, Kickin Kelly Charles. He's going to have to kick, he's going to have to punch, he's going to have to claw, because when they put the cage up, there's nowhere to run. And when Larry D gets a hold of him, you're going to learn why Larry D is a legend.
Well, I tell you what, Max, I got to wonder right now in the locker room area what is going through the mind of Kelly Charles. We've been 4 months in the waiting from Red October, the event that changed the scope of professional wrestling in this area, and he has finally earned the opportunity to come back tonight in the cage and get the opportunity to realize his dream of becoming the MWA heavyweight champion of the world.
You know why the people are so angry? Because there's nothing they can do about what Victor Bruiser's doing to Shayne Parker right now. There's nothing they can do. He's going to take him apart. He's going to end his life. His dad, Colonel Tom's going to have to personally come get the body, take him up the hill, and throw him in a plot because it's over for him. He'll take his last breath right here. He took his first breath in Mount Sterling, and he'll take his last breath here. The only good thing about him living here in Mount Sterling is he's not far from the hospital and he's not far from the morgue.
Well, I tell you what, throughout the duration of this match, Vic the Bruiser has unrelentlessly punished Shayne Parker. First the ribs, now the knee of Shayne Parker, and he is hammering away, and Shayne Parker could be seriously injured.
I think the referee is going to have mercy here. I think it's very professional. It's the thing to do. Throw the match out before he ends the life of Shayne Parker like I said he'd do all along.
Shayne Parker could be in need of medical attention when this one's over with. Shayne Parker is hurt, and he cannot get up to his feet. I've never before seen Shayne Parker incapable of getting to his feet.
You don't have to give a corpse like Shayne Parker any kind of medical attention. All you got to do is find a closet to throw him into. All these people in Mount Sterling, they got a skeleton in their closet, and when they throw Shayne Parker in there at the end of the night, so will Vic the Bruiser.
Oh my goodness, right in front of us, into that steel pole. There's no give. When leg meets steel, steel always wins.
I think I heard his kneecap break.
Oh my goodness.
I love it.
Vic the Bruiser just grabbed the bell
right
off of
there.
our table. Are you kidding me? Vic the Bruiser. Shayne Parker, his kneecap could be shattered after that.
Of course,
match.
because of the thunderous blows of Vic the Bruiser. What are you talking about, ring bell? I'm the ring announcer. I managed a little, I wrestled, I'm sitting here commentating, I'm selling DVDs, I'm putting tails in the seats, and I got the bell sitting right here in front of me, okay?
Yeah, and I noticed you didn't make any effort whatsoever to take the bell out of the reach of Vic the Bruiser.
No, because it never left the table, okay? I don't know, not only is your monitor out, but you may need a little Visine.
Shayne Parker trying his best to get back to his feet. Ladies and gentlemen, I have never seen Shayne Parker undergo the torment that he has gone in this match at the hands of the devious Vic the Bruiser.
Usually I have no remorse, but I'm kind of sad that his wife has to sit in the crowd and watch him get killed. You know, you think somebody would escort her out of the building so she wouldn't have to see this.
Well, I tell you what, the fact that Shayne Parker
Just bring her
has
in to
crawled
ID
back
the body
up to
when
his
it's
feet.
over.
Shayne Parker back up to his feet, and it's a testament to the intestinal fortitude of Southern sensation Shayne Parker, and with one leg, Shayne Parker battling out of the corner.
Now, I know you want to say it. It's the proverbial one-legged man in a butt-kicking contest. I've been waiting to say it the whole match.
Well, as I said earlier, as long as there is breath in the body, you cannot discount Shayne Parker.
Well, Vic the Bruiser, I'm sure he hears you talking. We're not far from the ring. He says, as long as there's breath, but when Vic gets done, there'll be none. Right there, that's something else he taught Hulk Hogan. And listen to these people getting behind Vic. Bruiser, Bruiser, Bruiser.
Well, it sounds like to me they're getting behind Mount Sterling's own Shayne Parker, the Southern sensation, and on one leg, Shayne Parker showing incredible guts as he battles back again against Vic the Bruiser.
Of course they're getting behind him. They're all related to him.
Shayne Parker with a hard right hand knocks down Vic the Bruiser.
You're talking about fair play. Well, are you going to say that those closed fists are fair?
Oh my goodness,
man.
look at this, Maxx.
It's a ping pong effect.
And Shayne Parker absolutely pounding away.
If he lets go, he
Vic the
hits the
Bruiser.
concrete. And if he holds on, he meets a fist of Shayne Parker. That was a lose-lose situation for Vic the Bruiser.
Absolutely, and Parker, after this capacity crowd has got him fired up, and he is on fire right now. Look out! Driving Vic the Bruiser down into the canvas.
It's amazing what that man can do when all these racists get up with their 2 teeth apiece and they cheer his name.
Shayne Parker has been able to turn the tide in this match, but Vic the Bruiser, the ever-present veteran, always thinking of the ring, he seized an opportunity to go back after that injured leg of Shayne Parker.
Yeah, that's just smart. If the guy's firing back at you, well, then just sweep his good leg out from under him.
Hard right hand to the corner. When Vic the Bruiser gets on the offense, he's absolutely relentless, Maxx. Hard whipping to the buckle, but Parker raised the boot up, and now Shayne Parker going up into the high-risk area. Wait a minute,
Look behind you.
Into the tights.
No, Parker's
Vic
on the top rope. No, Parker's on the top rope. I don't know what he's doing.
Shoulder tackle off the top. Shayne Parker on top. 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
Shayne Parker gets the victory.
Your winner of this contest, the Southern Sensation, Shayne Parker.
Shayne Parker off the top rope. Shayne of the legendary Road Warrior Hawk with that shoulder tackle. Wait a minute, Vic the Bruiser over here in front of us.
Check him. He hit me with a Ford object. Right here. Check him, Ralph. Check him.
I think I saw that. I think
Are
I
you
saw it.
kidding me? Vic
Let's
the
just
Bruiser
see. Let's
pulled
just
the
see if the
chain out of
referee
his
can
tie.
find something.
Are you kidding me?
Your referee has reversed the decision as a result of a disqualification. Your winner, Vic the Bruiser.
Maxx, you've got to be kidding me. Everybody in the building saw Vic the Bruiser go into his own tights, pull the chain out, and during the finish of that match,
He was
chain-
reaching in his tights to see if he still had a tail, because that move off the top, that was hella big, and he knocked his tail off. But you know what? You saw it just as clearly as I did. I thought I was going to give the devil his due, but there's the chain. You see it. Shayne Parker, a cheater, uses the chain. Well, you know what? Cheaters never win, and winners never cheat.
Well, Shayne Parker should have been the clear winner of that match. The chain was obviously planted on Parker, but give credit where credit is due. Vic the Bruiser, week after week, finds one way or another to walk out of the ring with his hand raised in victory.
Yeah, well, you know, that's one man's opinion, what you're saying. But you know what matters? It's what the referee says. The referee says your winner, Vic the Bruiser.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is the first of your 3 main events and is a TLC match. In this match, tables, ladders, and chairs will all be legal. And the one that gets Bobby Blade's contract down that is inside the briefcase will gain control of that contract. If Scott Hayes gets the win, Bobby Blade receives 5 minutes alone in the ring with Gentleman Jim Chadwick. At this time, they are going to set up for the TLC match. Introducing man number 1. He is the silent assassin and the killer. He is Eddie Roddy. And he will be raising the ring from the general manager of the MWA, Gentleman Jim Chadwick, and Lone Wolf, Bobby Blade.
This is one of them that the people came to see. The big TLC match. Tables, ladders, and chairs for the first time here in Mount Sterling, Kentucky. Wait a minute. Jim! Wait a second. Jim! Something tells me you'll change your mind.
Never been higher
Jim!
than they are in
Make
this
him slap my
matchup
hand.
for the future of Bobby Blade.
I remember you when I was this big. Meow. He slapped my hand. It took me back to my childhood.
And his opponent is from the Playboy Mansion and is a former MWA World Heavyweight Champion. Please welcome the Playboy, Scott
Oh, and listen to these morons all on their feet for a man who thinks he's a superstar.
Well, I tell you what, he is a superstar, and tonight, there could be no greater stakes, Max, because tonight, the future of his friend, Bobby Blade, hangs in the balance.
That's not much of a future. This guy's half dead already. Why would you fight for a corpse?
This capacity crowd of the Estill Street Jubilee on their feet for Playboy Scott Haynes.
Well, there's no accounting for taste, is there?
And hanging high above the ring, Max, right above us, is the briefcase. And that's what it's all about.
That seems at least 8 feet, 9 feet above us in the air. The only, oh! Glad you caught that one, because the back jumper, Scott Hayes jumping the driller, they didn't have a chance to get in the ring. Of course, I couldn't see the referee signaling for the bell.
Well, this one is going to be an all-out war, no doubt about it.
Now I have to give it to the Playboy Scott Hayes. He is the innovator of innovation. Every time I think I've got him figured out, every time I think I know his offense, every time I think I know his defense, he pulls out something brand new. And when the ladder's involved and the stakes are this high, you know he's going to come up with something new here tonight for the driller, Eddie Browning.
Absolutely, and the Playboy on fire right now. He understands what is at stake, the future of his friend,
Why is the
Bobby
crowd
Blade.
chanting for tables? A table could end somebody's career here tonight.
Well, you see set up all around the ring, tables, ladders, chairs, it's all legal, anything goes.
I thought we were having a tender love and care match where we could just resolve everything. Oh, huge spine buster, spine to the pine, baby.
Hard
And who
spine
called it?
buster by
Me.
Eddie Browning. And you know what, Max, at the end of the day, any way you look at it, both of these men in the ring could easily be considered perhaps the greatest two technical wrestlers that you're going to find anywhere in the world. And yet here they are in this most unique matchup, tables, ladders, and chairs. And I do believe Eddie Browning is looking to bring the first weapon of the match into play.
He's smart. He's not out here for a weapon. He knows how you end it. You climb the ladder, you get the briefcase down, and it's over. And that's what he's going to do. He's going to end it right here.
Bobby Blade cutting off Eddie Browning.
You are not getting that contract because I control my career. Do you understand that?
What is he doing? He says he controls his career. He's not going to let him climb. Something's got to be done about Bobby Blade. If he won't mind, he needs to be put in his place.
Bobby Blade has been
Right here.
contracted to Jim
A
Chadwick.
few runs away from the driller. Oh, Scott Hayes cutting him
Scott
off.
Hayes with the save.
That was off Bobby Blade's distraction.
Wait just a moment, look out! Ooh! Eddie Browning right into the barricade at ringside.
You know what they say,
Scott Hayes taking the
MWA.
fight right to Eddie Browning.
You know what they say, MWA, we give you the seat, but all you need is the edge. And right there, this match just went 3D as the driller, Eddie Browning, almost went right into the front row. He was almost in the front row's laps. Every seat is a front row seat here in the MWA.
Well, there you see Playboy Scott Hayes bringing a chair into the ring.
Why does security guard give him his chair? He's supposed to be
legal
here
in this
securing me.
Tables, ladders, and chairs, and here we go. Playboy Scott Hayes bringing the first weapon into the match, the chair, and he is taking the fight right to Eddie Browning. Hard right hand to the corner by Scott Hayes, but Browning cuts him off, goes into the eye.
If you came here looking for a pure wrestling match, both these guys can give it to you, but not tonight. Tonight, this is a fight, and only one man's going to walk out of here, or even be able to walk out of here after this one.
Eddie Browning with the chair, setting it up in the corner.
The crowd's chanting, "We want violence." Well, the driller's about to deliver right there, dropping it in between the ropes. Something tells me this is lights out for Scott Hayes.
This doesn't bode well for the Playboy Scott Hayes. You can see the concern at ringside on the face of Bobby Blade, because it is Bobby Blade's future that hangs in the balance above the ring. Look out, right into the steel chair. That may be enough to keep Scott Hayes down long enough for Eddie Browning to get that briefcase.
From our vantage point, I believe he dented the chair in with his back. What could that do? If it did that to the chair, what did it do to that man's back? What did it do to his spine? And right here in front of us, the general manager's digging under the ring. He's looking for more plunder. Oh, and
Here
there's
comes
a chair.
another chair. Jim Chadwick at ringside.
Everything's legal. Just remember that everything's legal and only one man can win. And when you've got gentleman Jim Chadwick backing you when he's in your corner, there's no losing. He's the boss. He signs the checks.
Bobby Blade has been ridiculed. He's been mocked. He's been made a public spectacle of. And Scott Hayes fighting back with Eddie Browning.
A clear
Scott
low
Hayes
blow.
wants to free him from the tyrannical hand of gentleman Jim Chadwick. This is his opportunity. Look out. Chair right to the small of the back.
This kind of match, if it doesn't end your career, it'll sure as heck shorten it. The crowd wants violence, and these bloodthirsty fans, they make me sick.
I do believe Scott Hayes is going to try to climb the ladder.
This crowd's going crazy. I can't even hear myself think.
If he gets to that briefcase, it's going to be all over. Wait a minute, Jim Chadwick, General Manager Jim Chadwick getting involved.
Fair is fair.
And Eddie Browning able to knock Hayes off the ladder. Scott Hayes down here in front of us.
Where's the Playboy Scott Hayes at now? Fair is fair. Bobby Blade stopped Eddie Browning, and we've tied the ball game up because right there, Jim Chadwick, he stopped Scott Hayes.
Look out, here they come our way, Maxx. Oh my goodness, they're right on top of us.
This is way, I feel closer to the action now than when I was actually in the ring earlier tonight.
Eddie Browning is tearing away at the eyes of Playboy Scott Hayes.
He's digging into the sockets. Oh, hard hammering blow. Do you hear it echoing?
Get off of it!
Oh.
You can see the concern all over the face of Bobby Blade, because his future hangs in the balance. We cannot stress that enough.
They talked about Ronnie Garvin being fists of stone, hands of stone. Well, to me, it looks like the driller Eddie Browning drilling those blows into Scott Hayes. He's got the hands of stone.
Well, right now, it's all about tables of wood. Eddie Browning has brought the first table out, and he's putting it up into the ring.
You know, the action spilled this way, and I wasn't scared at all, not for 1 second. But I seen you jumped into the front row. You kept your headset on. I'm amazed you were able to do that.
Scott Hayes battling back on the floor. Look out, right into us again. Eddie Browning is right on top of us.
Oh, this isn't one of the tables. This isn't legal. Oh, God.
Oh, my
Clear
goodness.
way.
They're right on top of us. Oh, my goodness.
If you look at me and say run, you'll be talking to yourself.
Oh, no, Maxx. I'm out of here. Oh, my goodness.
He's got a chair!
It would be in the best interest of this company and the driller Eddie Browning if Jim Chadwick would change the rules and call for a disqualification.
Well, I tell you what, I headed for higher ground right there, Maxx. They were literally right on top of us. This thing has been pandemonium from the opening bell.
I was in the lap of one of these toothless hags, and she gave me she felt me up.
Well, I know one thing for certain. Eddie Browning most definitely felt the steel chair.
We
as
spilled
it came
into the
crashing
crowd,
down into
and
his
it looks
back.
like this action's not far behind us.
The action back into the ring. Eddie Browning once again sent face first into a steel chair. Scott Hayes is all over Eddie Browning, and he is showing his true friendship to his friend Bobby Blade. He is fighting as if his own career were hanging in the balance.
For years, I've seen the Playboy Scott Hayes. I've seen him fight, you know, as a bad guy. I've seen him fight as a good guy. I've seen him fight for titles. I've seen him give it his all every time he comes out here, and I'm impressed by him, but I've never seen this animalistic side. Oh, God, right here, this could end it.
Wait a minute, Eddie Browning with the reversal. Hayes reverses.
Oh!
And they come back into the far turnbuckle.
I was for sure that was the end of that table.
Eddie Browning now firing away at Playboy Scott Hayes. Clothesline then misses.
Oh!
Now Browning on the top rope. And he's hung out to dry,
This don't
literally.
fare well for the driller. Here comes a springboard elbow.
Slingshot over the top rope into the double drop kick. And another baseball slide drop kick. No pun intended.
Like I said
for the
earlier.
driller, Eddie Browning.
Like I said earlier, you can never figure the guy out. I thought he was going to do his springboard elbow, maybe even his springboard leg drop. He turns it into a springboard drop kick. He is truly the innovator of innovation, and you never know what's coming next from the Playboy Scott Hayes.
Absolutely, and again, Scott Hayes, a real testament to him tonight. He is fighting in this matchup as if his own career hang in the balance.
I really don't like to see this animalistic, mean streak come out in the Playboy
Wait
Scott
just a
Hayes.
minute, Max. It looks like another ladder is coming into play.
This man usually comes out here and he does it all to win titles, or he does it all to get the win, but I think he's out here to end the career of the driller Eddie Browning. And that's not the Scott Hayes that I know. The Scott Hayes I know, he's a sportsman. The Scott Hayes I know, he's an athlete. And this isn't right, okay? I don't like to see this, and I know the people don't like to see it. I don't care what. These people don't know what they want.
Hard right hand to the corner. Playboy Scott Hayes taking the fight to Eddie Browning. Irish whip, look out. Eddie Browning able to stop himself, comes back out.
Oh,
Clothesline that misses. Inverted atomic knee drop from Eddie Browning. Hard right hand.
every time we think somebody's going to crash through something, they pull a swerve on us. And I just have to say, as much as it upsets these people, I'm glad to see it, because if one of these guys goes through a table, crashes into a ladder, it surely is the end of this match.
Oh my goodness!
Tornado DDT!
Right into the ladder.
That was huge, and both men laid unconscious, prone on the...
And this crowd is on their feet in Mount Sterling,
Did you
Kentucky.
ever think out of that devastating crash in the ladder you would see a picture-perfect, beautiful tornado DDT like that? All of this destruction, all this ugly stuff, and that one thing was picture-perfect. It was beautiful.
I know
All the
these DVDs are going to be going out all over the world, but there's nothing in the world like being here live, and what a matchup we are witnessing right now.
All these people are on their feet, but I've said it before, it's not a popularity contest.
Oh my goodness,
he's got a
this does not
sandwich in the
bode well
corner.
for Eddie Browning. Ooh! Avalanche into the corner by Scott Hayes.
You know,
stomping the ladder into Eddie Browning.
Hayes is sacrificing himself there too, because it can't feel good to splash into that ladder.
Absolutely
He's
not.
putting it all on the line.
Reckless abandon.
Only one of these men's going to walk out of here, and the other man, he'll probably leave on a stretcher. Could be the last time we
Reckless
ever see the
abandon by the
loser.
Playboy, and now he thinks he's done enough to get to the top and get the briefcase.
Somebody's going to have to do something. The Playboy is just a few runs away.
Inches away. He's got a hand on it. Oh, my God. Jim Chadwick.
He hit him in the quad. He hit him in the quadricep muscle.
Ladies and gentlemen, Scott Hayes is down on the floor out here in front of us, and it does not look good for the Playboy Scott Hayes.
You know I condone anything for a win, but you know what? That was one of the most vicious things I've ever seen live and in person. And I've been all over the world. Right there, his quadricep muscle could have just been blown, and his career could be over, win, lose, or draw.
Well, I tell you what it looked like to me when he hit the floor right here in front of us, that he had literally torn his quadricep right off of the bone. Oh, my goodness. Eddie Browning right on top of it.
This is the kind of injury that alone, just tearing it, can put you out for 6 to 8 months. But you have to think, what if you tear it and a guy like Eddie Browning, a technician, someone that is as tactical as he is, what if he picks you apart? What if he continues to work on the quadricep? Scott Hayes may never return to this ring.
Oh, my goodness. Right into that steel ladder goes the leg of Playboy Scott Hayes.
He'll definitely need some type of surgery, and these bloodthirsty people, they're loving it. You know what I mean? They're so fickle. They don't care if it's the Playboy Scott Hayes. They don't care if it's Eddie Browning. They just want to see somebody get hurt, and that puts a sick taste in my mouth. When is enough enough? When do you go too far? I think maybe this match should be stopped. Maybe these guys have went way too far for Bobby Blade. He doesn't even mean enough for them to go this far for his career.
Eddie Browning has gone under the ring, and he has brought a second table into play in this matchup. Playboy Scott Hayes is down here by us, Max, and I honestly believe Scott Hayes is seriously injured here at ringside. Scott Hayes needs help here at ringside, and yet look at Scott Hayes trying to get back into the ring and continue this matchup.
Here he comes watching.
You know what I personally can't stand? I mean, in a way, I'm loving him taking apart the Playboy, but I'm kind of concerned about the future of the Playboy Scott Hayes. But what I can't stand, wait a minute, let's see this. Let's see if he goes to the table.
Oh, my God! Eddie Browning, the first man.
The table is imploded. That was like an explosion right here in the building. That crash was so loud that I can't hear out of this ear.
Absolutely deafening the sound of that table as the body of Eddie Browning met the wood at that table, and wood will always win that confrontation. Both men are down, and I tell you what, we were talking earlier about a possible injury to Playboy Scott Hayes. Well, now, what about Eddie Browning?
Eddie Browning laying there lifeless, but I can see him moving, which is a good sign. But here's my question. Even if Eddie Browning's down and out, can the Playboy Scott Hayes come back with that quadricep injury, with that leg injury? Can he come back and climb that ladder?
I don't think he can.
I think it's going to be almost impossible for him to climb. If he can get to the first rung, that's a remarkable feat in itself.
I don't know if he's able to climb the ladder, but I will say this. If anyone in this business is able to climb that ladder, it will be Playboy Scott Hayes. And you hear right in front of us, Lone Wolf Bobby Blade screaming for Scott Hayes to get up the ladder and to get that briefcase, because it's his career that hangs in the balance.
The driller's up in the ring. I don't know if you can see where I can. He's just made it to his feet. I don't know if he's going to be able to make it out to stop the Playboy. Playboy gingerly taking his time. He can't really put much weight on that leg.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh.
We've got both men on the ladder now.
Have a battle up both sides. If somebody comes down, or if both of them come down, this could be life-threatening. Not just career-threatening, but life-threatening.
Bobby Blade threw right into us over here at ringside as the fight continues on the ladder.
Right now, right in front of us, Bobby Blade and the general manager, they're going at it.
Oh my goodness. Both men knocked off the ladder and into the ring.
Bobby Blade just caused both men to plummet to their death. I just got flashbacks to Owen Hart crashing the ring and
oh my goodness, Jim Chadwick nails Bobby Blade twice with a steel chair, and Blade has been taken out of this matchup permanently. And now the gentleman coming into the ring.
Bobby Blade's not moving on the floor at his age. That's life-threatening in itself. The gentleman.
Oh, my goodness.
Wait a minute!
Scott Hayes out of the way.
Oh, my God!
Scott Hayes out of the way, and Eddie Browning.
The GM may be dead!
Eddie Browning just put the GM through a table.
Big boot in the face!
Neckbreaker. Down goes Eddie Browning. And the Playboy with a second win.
I don't even care who wins or loses. Just somebody get out here and find out about Jim Chadwick.
Is the Playboy going to end this thing right here? He's looking at the ladder, and I think he's going to try to climb.
The driller is prone in the ring, but no, the Playboy Scott Hayes, he's not climbing. He's digging under the ring. The Playboy almost knocking the ladder over into the crowd. This match is truly dangerous.
Playboy Scott Hayes is not ready to end this thing. He is gone for another table.
After all we've seen here, what can he possibly get us to? What can he possibly give us now?
Well, on the other side of the ring, if you notice, Max, in the far corner, we have help from the locker room coming out. MWA General Manager Jim Chadwick
This isn't a joke, guys coming out in their street clothes. They're checking on the general manager. Scott Hayes on fire in the middle of the ring. The winner of this match isn't even important anymore, but we got to be professional. We got to call it. That right there's the bunny. He calls it the bunny. Big back elbow. Scott Hayes in full control, but you know what? He's got a dastardly look in his eyes. He's got a look that says he wants more. He's not happy yet. He's trying to make these people happy, and at what cost? At what cost?
Eddie Browning hammering away at the Playboy Scott Hayes, and you can see that gentleman, Jim Chadwick, the general manager for the MWA, being taken to the locker room. And down in front of us is Bobby Blade.
The referee in charge of this match, the workers in their street clothes, they came out. They took the lifeless body of Jim Chadwick to the back. I'm really concerned. I may have to get off headset and go check on him. But right now, Bobby Blade just starting to move in front of us, and the Playboy Scott Hayes, he has wicked intentions.
Hayes setting up yet another table. Bobby Blade still down out here in front of us. The Playboy has cut his hand wide open.
When did the W stop standing for wrestling?
This has been an absolute war from the opening bell. I see blood all over Eddie Browning.
I don't know what he's
Scott
planning.
Hayes, oh my goodness.
The
Scott
innovation can do anything here.
Scott Hayes going to the top. Ladies and gentlemen, I do not believe what we're about to see. Oh my God! 5-star frog splash through a table. Playboy Scott Hayes, reckless abandon.
I don't know if I'd give it 5 stars, but it's going to be enough. It's going to be enough. It's going to be enough to win this. I just know it. Eddie Browning, he can't come back after that. Look at him.
And Bobby Blade
wait a
is climbing
second.
the ladder.
What is this old fossil doing?
Bobby Blade is climbing the ladder, and Bobby Blade has the briefcase.
There's no referee. There's no rules. It's pure anarchy here in the MWA.
Bobby Blade has the briefcase.
Here you go!
This can't be a thing. This can't be happening.
He hands the briefcase to Scott. Wait a minute. Eddie Browning has a steel chair. Oh my goodness. Eddie Browning with the steel chair. And there's a shot for Bobby Blade.
2 blows that echo through this building.
And here comes
everybody's
the referee
dead.
back to the ring.
In this type of match, there are no winners and losers. There's only casualties, and all the bodies have been left laying. It's truly Armageddon.
All 3 men are down. The briefcase has been brought down, but no one has control of it, Max. I'll tell you what, my pipes have just about had it. This has been one of the greatest battles that I've ever witnessed.
What I just realized is the referee didn't see who got it down, okay?
Exactly. And Eddie Browning has the briefcase. Eddie Browning has the briefcase, and he has won.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the TLC match is the Driller, Eddie Browning.
A bloodied and a battered Scott Hayes, who gave it his all for his close personal friend Bobby Blade, is being taken out of the ringside area. Bobby Blade still down in the ring. Eddie Browning in the ring. This looks like a tornado came through
These guys are a lot on taking chances. They're a lot on giving their heart to the match. But you know what? Eddie Browning's got a lot of brains. That was just smart, okay? But you know what? You can sit here, you can put over this bloodfest, you can put over this pure Armageddon all you want. The only thing I'm concerned about is how many casualties you've got in that ring. All I'm concerned about is how many people you may never see again. You may think this is okay. These people may think this is okay, but I care about human lives. What about your human decency? You don't even care about these people. These people don't care about these people. They just want more, and this is the result. When you want more, people's careers are ended, their careers are shortened, and I'm gonna personally head back with a Driller. I gotta find out myself just how the gentleman's doing.
There he is, the Driller, Eddie Browning, victorious in the TLC match. Ladies and gentlemen, I've seen our car wrecks on I-75 that did not compare to the carnage that we just saw. And still to come, 4 men, 1 steel cage, a double main event. Don't you dare go anywhere.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is the first of 2 steel cage main events, and it will be weapon filled. Introducing first, he is led to the ring.
we can't get far. $37 for a jet guitar. Now I'm smoking in a Texas with a hammer down and a rock a little cotton for the guitar. Steele girls coming on the asphalt. Wake up in the middle of the night and a truck stops, stumble in a restaurant. Wonder why I don't stop. Man, I gotta keep rocking while I still can. Got a two-pack David and a motel pen. With my boots in the Lord, I'm a brand new man. With my back to the right, I'll make my stand. Hey, pretty baby, won't you hold me tight? Rolling out of here tonight. I'm a bad man!
Go eat your hot dog, you fat
And his opponent is from Detroit City, Michigan, Ray the Bear Steele.
If you ever live a lot like Detroit, I just as soon stay home.
This fight's been brewing for months. This right here, the first of two huge cage matches. This one's weapons filled. You think we had casualties in the last one? Well, this one here, you know, just by looking at it, it's not gonna be pretty.
We've got a steel cage. We've got every weapon known to man. We've got two men who hate one another. Max,
Oh, right here.
this thing could blow up right here in front of us. They're not waiting to get in the ring. They are starting the battle out here on the floor.
Oh!
Donnie Green, the first casualty into the cage. Again into the cage.
His back right up against that unforgiving mesh.
Look out. Donnie Green right on top of us out here on the floor.
Why does everybody
Ray
want to
the Bear
fight on the
Steele.
announce table? This is the last time I let you put this thing here.
Ray the Bear Steele sending Donnie Green into the ring.
Hey, wait a minute, he's got a
Look out.
chain. That
He's
can't
got
be
a
right.
chain.
What's that chain for? He's got vicious intents. Boom.
Green attacking Ray the Bear Steele as he enters the ring.
Not just attack, but look, he's got him trapped perfectly between the ropes and the cage, so he keeps bouncing back whether he wants to or not.
That steel cage absolutely unforgiving to the back of the head of Ray the Bear Steele. These two men once both members of Gentleman Jim Chadwick's Gentleman's Club.
Yeah, but
Ray the Bear Steele had seen enough.
Ray
He's
the
now,
Bear
I guess
Steele,
we
now he
could call
couldn't
him
cut it.
the reformed Bear Ray Steele.
He couldn't cut it. You know what? These past weeks, everybody's been saying, Max, what happens when you put a bear in a cage? Well, you know what? He don't look much like a bear now. I think we ought to just call him Ray Steele.
Don't discredit Ray the Bear Steele yet, fighting back to his feet, taking the fight to honest Donnie Green. Mr. MWA Donnie Green falling out between the ropes and the cage. And Max, this one's just a brawl. They are going at one another like nothing we've seen yet tonight.
This feud's been going for months. At every big event, these two have met each other. But here's the thing: it goes back forever ago. Okay, it's not just the feud that's happened the past few months since they kicked Bear out of the group. Here's the thing: Ray the Bear Steele tried to maliciously end Donnie Green's life. Okay, he tried to end his career. He broke his ankle. Donnie Green was out almost the rest of the year. And Donnie Green, he's just looking for some payback. He's looking to give Ray the Bear Steele what's coming to him. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. I guess in this case, what's good for the green is good for the bear.
Well, this is the first of two steel cage matches here tonight. Hence, we are at Double Jeopardy. We are live in Mount Sterling, Kentucky, the Estill Street Jubilee. Hard scoop slam by Ray the Bear Steele. And it was right here in this building where they tried to break the bear's ankle, Max.
Yeah, just like I said, giving him what was coming to him. He broke Donnie's ankle first, okay? It's an eye for an eye in this business, and you can't trust anybody. Nobody truly has friends in this sport.
Well, I tell you what, there have been broken ankles. There are definitely some broken relationships between these two. But I tell you what, before the evening is over, every piece of furniture in this building could be broken.
Yeah, it's a shame, okay? It's a shame that two once great quote-unquote friends have to fight like this, okay? And really, everybody blames Donnie Green. But whose fault is it? It's really Ray the Bear Steele's. Who broke whose ankle first, huh? Ray the Bear Steele tried to end his career, end his life. You know why? Because in this business, you're trying to be number one. You're trying to get rid of the competition. And friends or not, that's what he did to Donnie Green, and he did it on
Well, I
purpose.
think Donnie Green right now is trying to get out of the cage, but he's cut off by the Bear, being sent face first, my goodness, right into that steel cage.
Right there,
Hard
Bear.
right hands.
Bear was giving it to Donnie just like he gave it to him at the opening match, bouncing him back and forth. Bear fists of fire. Donnie Green, he's looking like he could use Gentleman Jim Chadwick out here right now.
Well, we know Jim Chadwick's not going to be out here. He was sent through a table in that incredible table ladders and chairs
I almost
match.
announced him because some moron has it here on my format with Gentleman Jim Chadwick. I guess that was the original intent. And right now, this
the
cage,
weapons have come into play.
That's not just weapons, it's plunder.
Oh my goodness. Looks like Ray the Bear Steele just literally took out the trash. Hard shot. There's the count for the referee, but it's only a 2.
For most men, the cage is enough to settle the score. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide in a cage. The ultimate weapon in this business. It's been used for years to end rivalries, but these two, it's gone a step past that. They've got the cage and every weapon known to man. A noose, chairs,
It says
crutches,
something about the
everything.
hatred between these two men, Max. You're absolutely right.
true.
A cage would not suffice. They had to have more than a cage.
Beautiful textbook neck breaker.
Textbook neck breaker. Swinging neck breaker from Mr. MWA, Honest Donnie Green.
That's why he's Mr. MWA. Honest Donnie Green never told a lie in his life, and right now, he said he was going to end the career of Ray the Bear Steele here tonight. Like I said, he's honest. He's never lied. What do you think he's going to do? He's going to do just what he said, end his career. Right
now
there,
he's got the
colors
flag,
of Tennessee.
Max. Look out. Right into the rib of Ray the Bear Steele.
He's reminding Ray the Bear Steele, Mr. 100% Hood, exactly where he's from, straight from Tennessee, and he's bringing Tennessee to Ray the Bear Steele right now. You want weapons? Donnie Green's got weapons. His hands are his weapons.
The Detroit native, Ray the Bear Steele, being hammered on by Mr. MWA, Donnie Green. And you know something, Max, the thing of it is, Donnie Green is one of the very best professional athletes you'll find anywhere in the world.
Yeah,
but
I know.
this thing has brewed to the point to where they're not here to wrestle. They literally want to end each other's career.
I know he's great. I beat him for the MWA World Heavyweight title, okay? But that's neither here nor there. Oh, right there, that's smart up and over.
Oh, my goodness. Look out!
Did you hear the echo from his head crashing into that chair? That could end it right there. A normal man
Lateral
wouldn't
press,
kick
that
out.
could do it. Mr. MWA at the last moment gets the shoulder up.
Like I said, a normal man wouldn't have kicked out, but you know what? That's no normal man. That's Mr. MWA. Do you realize how far the Green legacy goes back in this sport? Do you realize his father, the legendary Donnie Green, his uncle, the legendary Bobby Green? You know his family, you know his history. If any man knows the tricks, nobody knows it better than Donnie Green.
Hard right to the face with a crutch, and they have literally, he's
whoa.
got a hammer, Max. He has a claw hammer, which in this match is perfectly legal. But Mr. MWA, Donnie Green, able to get out of the way. Ray the Bear Steele. Oh, my, look out.
Oh, that's right. Go ahead, Donnie.
Donnie with the hammer. Right to the face of Ray the Bear Steele. That could end it right there.
In the past, I've seen men in this very company take claw hammers and split people's heads wide open. I wouldn't be surprised if we see that right now. That could spell the end for Ray the Bear Steele. And look at that chain, baby.
These two men know the
Reminiscent of
chain
their
very
chain.
well.
The big chain match they had.
They know the chain very well. Max, I tell you what, I got to say that I don't think Ray the Bear Steele can see at the moment. He could have been temporarily blinded, perhaps.
See, the guy can't even stand. Look at him. He's not crawling for the door. He's crawling for help.
He could be in a state of semi-consciousness after that shot right to the face with a hammer.
That right there, that's smart. When you're at a zoo, and the bear loses control, what do? You choke him out, you put him out. And that's what Mr. MWA is doing right now, taking Ray the Bear Steele and choking him unconscious, making him his plaything. He's playing with the bear. What other man do you know is man enough to play with a bear? An angry bear, that big DDT right on the chain, and I can't tell, is there an abrasion on Ray the Bear Steele's head? Is he busted open yet?
Lateral press, Max, this could be it. 1, 2,
3.
And no. That was only a 2. Only a 2. Ray the Bear Steele at the last moment gets the shoulder up.
When this is over, the bear's going to be an endangered species once and for all.
And now he's got the hangman's noose.
Bear hunting is legal in the state of Tennessee. I don't know if you know that.
Oh my goodness. This does not bode well for Ray the Bear Steele. Mr. NWA Honest Donnie Green. He is attaching that hangman's noose to the top of this cage, and this does not look well. But Ray the Bear Steele trying to get back to his
I've
feet.
said it before. When is enough enough? When is enough enough? Are we going to have to hang a guy to satisfy this crowd, this bloodthirsty crowd? I think this has gone way too far.
Right into the turnbuckle. Oh my goodness. Honest Donnie Green. He is not doing what I think he's doing.
You have to admit the Bear asked for this. This is for each and every one of these people out there cheering for the Bear.
Now he has tied Ray the Bear Steele to the cage, and Donnie Green is going up to the top of the cage. I have no idea what he's doing here. Oh my goodness, he's going to try to hang Maxx. Oh my goodness, Donnie Green using his own body weight to hang Ray the Bear Steele.
It's high noon and call him Saddam because it's over for Ray the Bear Steele.
Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. I've never seen anything like this.
I hope everybody in this building puts their cell phones away because we don't want to have this showing up on a current affair or CNN, okay?
Ray the Bear Steele he's losing the color in his face. Ray the Bear Steele, oh my goodness.
He asked for it, what he signed up for. He asked for it.
Honest Donnie Green has literally hung Ray the Bear Steele in this first of our Double Jeopardy main event.
Yeah, the Bear, this is what they're talking about.
Oh,
they say Double Jeopardy. This is the first of the Double Jeopardy. And right here, I think the Bear's been tranked because he's out cold for good.
Fans, as bad as I hate to say it, Ray the Bear Steele may be done for in this match. As Donnie Green has used every... But wait just a moment. There's life in Ray the Bear Steele.
How does he do that? How does he hulk up and come back from such adversity?
Honest Donnie Green sent face first into the steel cage.
And I felt that before. It don't feel good. That cage has no give to it. The unforgiving mesh.
Wait a minute.
Okay, we don't need this.
A dose of his own medicine in the corner.
We don't need this. You got a knife or something? We got.
Oh my God! He could have broken the neck of Donnie Green.
He's stuck there. He's hanging.
He's stomping on the hangman's noose.
No. I can see how you'd misconstrue that. Right there, he's got his foot on it. He's causing Donnie Green to choke himself out. He's causing him to choke himself unconscious. All right there, that was uncalled for and unnecessary. Are we here to wrestle or to end people's lives? If this match...
Wait just a moment. Wait just a moment.
No.
He's going after the ankle again.
We don't need this. He broke his ankle before. We do not need this. After the TLC match, after this first cage match, and what we've already seen, how is the legendary Larry D? How's Kelly Charles? How are they going to top the violence and brutality we've seen so far? And
I
can't believe this.
Max, look at this. Bear is trying to get to the top rope.
He's prone in the middle. He can't get away. His leg's trapped, and the Bear is climbing. He could climb all the way.
Oh, my goodness.
This is dangerous for everybody involved.
Donnie Green has that chair, and he just nailed Ray the Bear Steele. Look out from the top. The Bear comes crashing down.
The foundation of the ring, the whole building just shook. The ring could be broke. Right there, you had to breathe a sigh of relief because if he had broke Donnie Green's ankle, we may never have seen him in the MWA ever again.
That seems to be the intention of both men, to literally put the other man out of action forever.
This is crazy. That's not sportsmanship. That's not what this business is about. Sure, I believe doing anything to get the win, but in this situation, win is enough. When do you just tell these bloodthirsty people no more?
Donnie Green slowly going to the top.
Oh, Bear's got a trash can lid.
Wait a minute, Bear with a trash can lid
to the
midsection.
Right
midsection of Donnie Green. Max, they've literally used everything but the proverbial kitchen sink in this one.
I wouldn't be surprised if they pulled that out next.
I honestly would not be surprised. Ray the Bear Steele with a look of intensity in his eye. Here he comes, the spear, but no. Donnie Green with the trash can.
I think he got him in the top of the skull, and sometimes that's better than getting him in the face or getting him in the shoulder, because if you get him at the top of the skull, that right there could cause brain damage. Ray the Bear Steele has a past of concussions and brain damage that some doctors have said is irreversible. This could be Donnie Green's chance to totally end the career, end the life of Ray the Bear Steele.
Well, that's his desire, and that's what he came here for tonight. And again, conspicuous by his absence, Jim Chadwick, not at ringside. However, remember Chadwick going through the table earlier tonight. Donnie Green out here alone, battling Ray the Bear Steele.
Yeah, I don't condone this, but both men signed up for it. They both signed their death certificates, and one of these men,
they are giving these people
what
they want. They're leaving their all in the ring.
Who cares what these people want?
Donnie Green hammering away Ray the Bear Steele. Uh-oh, the Bear is not finished. And
this
here he
look
comes,
good from Mr.
powering back to
MWA.
his feet. Overhead, release suplex by Ray the Bear Steele. Let's see if he can make a cover.
Both men are out in the middle. This may be a good opportunity for the referee to have me ring the bell. I'll ring it at any time.
Both men are down, and the referee begins his count.
Okay, this could be it. Referee just needs to go ahead and get to 10. There's life in both men, but let's end it that way. Let's end it with a handshake, and both men be able to walk out of here and go back to their families.
End with a handshake. An intense look in the eyes of both men as they come back to their feet. Donnie Green throws the first right hand, and Ray the Bear Steele returns.
They don't have much behind those punches. They're blown.
This has been an out-and-out fight from the very beginning.
Oh,
wait, just
Dominator! Up and down!
Up and down he goes, and that could be it.
Ray the Bear Steele is almost 7 feet tall, so he went at least 7 feet in the air. Oh.
2 count again. Another very near fall. Mr. MWA Donnie Green getting the shoulder up at the last moment.
Donnie Green honestly should just go ahead and call it a day. He should go ahead and get out of the cage and go home. Honestly, this is not good for anybody.
Well, Max, I'm not so sure, but it appeared to me that the referee had counted the 3. But apparently Donnie Green getting the shoulder up at the last moment. And now the Ray the Bear Steele is back in control of this absolute brawl that we're seeing here in Mount Sterling.
It just shows you Mr. MWA has no give in him whatsoever.
And now, oh my goodness, he's got 2 chairs.
He's going to have to kill him if he wants to win this. Ray the Bear Steele's going to have to kill honest Donnie Green because he will not give up. He will not surrender. He will not be pinned.
Hard right hand.
Everything's legal, low blow or not. Right there, Mr. MWA. Oh.
Anything goes in this one. There are chairs stacked up in the ring. This looks like a wreck on I-75. And now the Bear off. Boom!
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event here at Double Jeopardy, and it is a steel cage match for the MWA World Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, he is your MWA World Heavyweight Champion from Destin, Florida, the legendary Larry
Well, Max, here we go. This is what everyone has come here for tonight. 4 months in the making.
Whoa,
the rematch.
Not to cut you off, but you know how they come. He's Larry D.
No denying this one for the richest prize in our business.
He's Larry D.
And he is the MWA Heavyweight Champion of the world. And tonight, he steps inside the cage. with the winner of last month's Mount Sterling Rumble.
Look at the paparazzi, they're all around him snapping photos. Women in the crowd fainting, kids with their Larry D t-shirts. And all for one reason. Wait just a second.
Always an aura and a presence surrounding the heavyweight champion of the world. Here recently, he's turned away the challenges of the Monster Abyss, Wildcat Chris Harris, Playboy Scott Hayes.
You're Larry D! You're Larry D! Larry D!
And he is the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world.
After what we've seen tonight in the TLC match, in that last cage match, everybody's been cordoned off. There's been casualties. I have to worry about the legendary Larry D.
Tonight, the opportunity of a lifetime for Kelly Charles, Jim Chadwick, taken out of the
He's been incapacitated. He's out.
Absolutely.
He's not a factor. But here's my question. They've met before in a cage match. Here's what I'm asking you. What happened there? Larry D walked out the champion by hook or by crook. Regardless of the excuses, he's Larry D.
Well,
and he's the world champion.
The last time it was by crook.
Who
but
cares?
Tonight, the senior official of the MWA refereeing this match. The cage will be locked. No way for anyone else to get in. This is Kelly Charles' opportunity to become the heavyweight champion of the world.
Kelly Charles, all he has is wanting opportunity. But Larry D, he's got that belt. He's got the legendary win streak. He's beat Scott Hayes. He's beat Abyss. He's beaten Wildcat Chris Harris. He can't be stopped. And Jerry Lawler, Richmond, Kentucky, after he goes through Kelly Charles, you're next.
Once you break your skin on the day, once you get some of the check, go get some of the check, baby.
And his challenger for the MWA title is the #1 contender, your hometown hero, the head of the Maxx wrecking crew, Kickin, Kelly Charles.
Max, I can't hear myself think out here. This place has gone absolutely berserk, and Kelly hasn't even come out of the back yet.
You know, these people love Kelly Charles, as I said before.
There he is.
There's no accounting for taste. Sure, he's got a $1 million body and a 10-cent brain. He's white meat if I've ever seen it. He comes out, plays up to these people. He goes in there. He's a hero, but you know what? In the end, it takes more than being a hero to be a champion.
You know what? Kelly Charles started out young in his life, a great athlete, former professional boxer, very successful, undefeated in the world of extreme mixed martial arts. But everything in his life, he told me earlier today, everything has been geared towards this one moment in time. It's his childhood dream to be the MWA heavyweight champion of the world. He went through a whole host of superstars to get the opportunity to be here tonight.
He did. He won the Mount Sterling Rumble. He threw out 29 other men to earn this shot. And yeah, he's the #1 cover. The crowd is silencing me with their Larry Sucks chants. Obviously, they don't know who he is. He's got opportunity. He's got dreams. But the guy's always had dreams. He's always had opportunity. And he always falls flat on his face. And tonight will be no exception. Tonight, Kelly Charles. Larry D, I was talking to him in the back. He said tonight when he beats Kelly Charles, he's done with him. He's gonna make the dream a nightmare. And it all starts now. Escape, surrender, pinfall, steel cage. Only one man can be the MWA champion.
I tell you what, you can feel, Max, you can feel the intensity in this room right now. Kelly Charles, Larry D, for the heavyweight championship of the world. There's the bell. Here we go. This capacity crowd in Mount Sterling, Kentucky is going berserk right now.
There's no doubt who these people want to see walk out of here with the world title. But you know what? Popular opinions never won a match, okay? These people, they can get on the side of Kelly Charles each and every week. They can get under the skin of Larry D. But do these people's opinions put a title around Kelly Charles? No. With a 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring, that's the only way Kelly Charles can do it. You talk about what he's done in the extreme world and in the boxing world and whatever else you were talking about. I didn't pay close attention. None of that matters. What matters is what he does in this ring tonight.
Well, I tell
and
you
he
what,
hasn't beat Larry D.
They are coming out right in the bat, and they looks like to me like two big bulls ready to lock horns. They're throwing the leather in there, Maxx. Both of them with heavy hands. And can you imagine if somebody gets knocked out here in the opening moments of what could undoubtedly be the biggest main event this building has ever seen?
It's the biggest main event the world's seen. Everybody's here in Mount Sterling, Kentucky. Everybody's here in the Jubilee, and they're here to see this one here. This is what put the tails in the seats. This is what Double Jeopardy's all about. And Larry D's going to show Kelly Charles that this is what being a champion's all about. Right there, lures him in, boom.
Power of Larry D.
That's why he's a champion and Kelly Charles is a challenger. Kelly's got to step it up if he wants to be the champ.
Hard clothesline.
I believe that was a lariat, and you know why? As that's Lariat Larry. He's Larry D.
Lateral press, Larry D looking for the early win.
But
Kelly Charles
two
kicking
already. Kelly Charles, look at him, sucking for wind already. Larry D just playing with him. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Kelly Charles is stuck in there with a champion.
We've talked about how great an athlete Kelly Charles is, how good he is in that ring, but I have to be the first to admit that perhaps the greatest professional athlete in the world is the world champion, Larry D. And this is,
watch
my
this.
goodness, look
Watch
out.
this, he's trapped.
They're tied up.
Oh!
Drops him down.
That could break
he
a neck.
broken Kelly Charles' neck right there.
It could be over right here. You're talking about knocking a guy out. That could be the knockout. Count it. 1, 2, I'm ringing the bell.
Kelly Charles again gets the shoulder up. He did not come this far to lose this easily.
Now, there won't be nothing easy about the way Larry D beats this guy. Right there, closed fist, right to the skull, right between the eyes. You know what? It's all legal.
When you think about the men who have come after Larry D here as of late, you've had the Monster Abyss.
Over
you've had
7 feet
Wildcat
tall,
Chris
former
Harris.
NWA champion.
We've
the
seen
Monster Abyss.
The high flyer, Playboy Scott Hayes. They've all fallen short. But can Kelly Charles be the man tonight to realize his dream?
It's a huge German suplex.
That was a vicious release suplex, absolutely.
Oh, here we go again. That's going to be 2.
Here comes another one. Larry D reverses.
Textbook wrestling right there. Larry D won't get caught twice with anything.
Look at this, Kelly Charles with a schoolboy roll-up. 1, 2, and Charles almost stole away
I'm
the
not
world
sure
title.
that was a schoolboy. I know a little something about schoolboys, but that was a roll-up. Right there, trading punches. Kelly ought to know better because right there, Larry D punches harder than any man in this business. You have to when you're chased by everybody, when you got that target on your back. Larry D knows what it is to be a champion. He's no fluke champion when he's held the title this long.
I saw Larry D in the back earlier today, Max.
He probably ignored you.
I asked him what he was doing to prepare for this match, and he smiled, and there was a look of intensity and just a cold Iceman type look to the face of Larry D. And he said, tonight it's all business, and I'm taking care of business. And that's all he had to say. And right now, he's trying to do just that.
We were sipping martinis in the back, and I asked him the same question. You know what he told me? I said, what are you going to do tonight, champ? He said, I'm going to do what I do every night. I'm going to win. Why? Because I'm Larry D. Can't be said enough times. He's Larry D. Right there, it looks like Kelly Charles going for one of those textbook submission maneuvers that he knows how to do. He's got that Muay Thai
He's
background,
going for
the
a
boxing
triangle
background.
choke. Triangle choke attempted by Kelly Charles, or he could be going for the arm. Can't really see from our vantage point.
But watch this.
I believe it is a
Looks
triangle.
like we're going to see a power bomb out of it.
The strength of Larry D.
Larry D. In high school, he broke every...
Oh my God. He just put Kelly Charles through the steel cage.
Now, here's my question. If he had thrown Kelly Charles to the floor, would the match have ended? Would Kelly Charles have won the title off of a flaw by Larry D?
Wait a minute, Kelly Charles.
He's working his way out. Larry D needs to hold on.
He's trying to get outside
He's
of the
trying to
steel
steal
cage.
one's what he's doing.
Larry D dragging Kelly Charles back into the ring. Larry D may have broken Kickin Kelly Charles in half when he put him through the steel cage.
That's great. There's never been a more vicious champion. You go down the line, you had Rated X. You had Abyss, who's been a champion.
I'm sure you're going to
Harris.
mention yourself before it's over with.
Well, yeah, but this is all about Larry D, and what I'm saying is there's never been a more vicious champion capable of standing toe-to-toe with anybody in this business, capable of doing the things he's done. He could be, and I'm willing to go on the line and say this, the greatest MWA champion of all time. He truly is legendary.
Well, he has beaten many legends. He's beaten many up-and-coming superstars. No one has been able to knock the king, Larry D, off of his throne here in the MWA. But Kelly Charles firing up, and he wants to be the man to do it tonight.
He told me, he said, challengers come and go, but legends last forever. And that's what he's showing Kickin Kelly Charles right here.
Kelly Charles off the top rope.
Caught that
and he's
big double
caught in the
axe.
bear hug. Into the ground with the spine buster.
I just want you to just go ahead and say it. These people know, and I want you to say it. For everything Kelly Charles has, Larry D has a counter. For every question, Larry D has the answer.
Up to this point in this match, that has been the case. Larry D with a hand on the chest of Kelly Charles.
That was
but he only
cocky.
gets a 2.
That was cocky, but when you've done what Larry D's done, you can afford to be a little cocky.
Well, I tell you what, do never underestimate Kelly Charles. 29 other men eliminated in the Mount Sterling Rumble to get him here tonight.
But none of those
4
men,
months he has waited.
None of those men was the champ. None of those men was legendary Larry D. This is where it's put up or shut up. If Kelly Charles wants to be a champion, he's got to get the job done against the legend here tonight.
Well, he's trying to battle his way back up. If you remember, Max, 4 months ago, many people have called it the event that changed wrestling in this area. Red October. Their first meeting in a cage, and it took him 4 months to get back here.
Who cares about Kelly Charles' chances? What about that side slam? 2, 3.
Kelly Charles again getting the shoulder up.
With every move, Larry D's inching closer and closer to that finish line.
These two men have been devoting the past few weeks to getting in shape, to getting ready for this matchup tonight. And yet, the wear and tear of this steel cage environment is starting to take its toll on both of these incredible athletes.
What I'm amazed by is most people, when they got the big event coming up, they want to take a break, they want to train, they don't take on challengers. Both these men have had an intense schedule the entire month. Both these men have fought all comers, and it ends here tonight. The road stops here.
What we are
Jeopardy.
determining tonight is literally who is the greatest professional wrestler in the world right now. And this title laying on the table in front of us proves that. This is for the heavyweight championship of the world. Richest prize in our business. It gets no bigger than this.
Well, this is Double Jeopardy. But for one of these men, it's Final Jeopardy. It's game over. And only one man can walk out with the 20 pounds of gold around their waist. Larry D sent flying to the canvas. Kelly
Charles is going to fly.
What about he could hit his patented elbow drop here? He could do a leg drop. He could be thinking of doing anything from the top of this. Oh, massive headbutt.
From the top rope at Kelly Charles. Reckless abandon off the top rope, risking his own health.
You truly have to put it all on the line to be. You truly have to put it all on the line if you want to be the world champion.
This
Kelly
is what
Charles
it's all
doing what it
about,
takes.
ladies and gentlemen. Oh, so close. Larry D, a quarter of an inch away from walking out of this cage without the title.
Barely kicked out of that.
Kelly Charles in the mount position, raining down with the right hands. He is fighting with everything he's got. It's his dream to be the MWA heavyweight champion. Can he realize his dream on the biggest stage of them all, Double Jeopardy?
I've been in this business for years, and there's not been a more on fire night, a bigger night than tonight at Double Jeopardy. Everybody has to own this DVD. Everybody has to be at the MWA to see these events live. Don't miss a show. Don't miss a minute. MWA, we give you the seat, but all you need is edge.
Right, here we go. Kelly holds on. Larry D right into the cage, elevated into the cage by kicking Kelly Charles. That could be a true momentum change. Let's see if Kelly has enough left to get over and make the pin. If he can cover him right here, he might pull it out.
He's still moving.
One,
He's still got breath.
2, and the champion again.
Right there, he barely
showing his
kicks out.
resilience, getting the shoulder up.
Yeah, he barely kicks out, but you can still see the life in the legendary Larry D. He's showing you why he's a world heavyweight champion.
The fatigue beginning to set in on both men in this match.
To fall off that mountain, what would that do to Larry D? How long would it take him to climb back up that mountain? Could he afford to be a contender again? I think it could devastate him to lose the title here tonight.
Kelly with the boot to the midsection.
Oh.
Fireman's carry slam. Fall-away slam by Kelly Charles.
Very much like
and
a
now
Samoan.
let's see if he's got enough to cover the heavyweight champion of the world and walk out
Very
of here
much
with
like
the
a
title.
Samoan drop, driving him right into the ring. That could have knocked every bit of the wind out of his body.
2, and another 2 count.
I wouldn't have been surprised if it was any other champion, any other night, any other man. If it wasn't Larry D, I wouldn't have been surprised if we had a new champion. But Larry D, he has no quit in him.
I tell you what, it's absolutely amazing to see what Larry D is taking and still gets the shoulder up. That's why he is the heavyweight champion of the world. And now Kelly Charles attempting to escape the cage. If both feet touch the floor, he'll win.
Oh, there we go. Larry D, go, champ, go.
But Kelly Charles able to cut
Right there, he's hooked the steps. That's the smart thing to do. If he had Jim Chadwick, that would have been it.
And now Kelly Charles makes a dive for the floor.
It is a foot race for the title. Kelly Charles has his hands on a steel chair. Malicious intent by Kelly Charles, kicking Kelly Charles. Larry D really needs to watch out for the challenger here. Well, you know what happened the last time a steel chair was introduced in a cage match between these two men. This could cost Kelly Charles the whole thing.
In MWA history, but tonight it's Kelly Charles and Larry put one-on-one. Kelly Charles misses the savate kick.
He's praying now. He's praying for the champion. Oh, he's going to slingshot him in.
What's he going to do? A slingshot?
Nothing but
cage. Face first goes Kelly Charles.
If I was Larry D now, I'd make my way over there. I'd get that chair, and I'd make sure, just like last time, that Kelly Charles gets the receipt he so deserves. Oh, yeah, right there taking the advice. He heard me. Oh, Kelly Charles introduced it, and this is what he gets. Anything goes, right? Win by any means necessary, and that's what the champ is all about. He'll do anything to leave that cage. Steele, your world heavyweight champion.
Well, he has proven time and again he'll do anything it takes to hold on to that belt. Kelly Charles has no idea that Larry D has that cage.
The exhaustion is set in on both men, but right here, this is going to be the shot heard around the world. Listen. Oh!
God!
Nobody swings it harder.
Shot with a steel chair from the heavyweight champion of the world, and he just knocked Kelly Charles unconscious.
I know it's
Max, this thing is over with.
I know it's redundant, but he's Larry D.
I believe it's clear that Kelly Charles has been knocked out, and Larry D slowly, methodically making his way out of the steel cage.
Champ, go! Champ, go!
He is demanding that the door be locked. Oh, he wants to finish Kelly Charles once and for all. He wants to end his career in the
Larry,
steel cage match.
just leave the cage.
He wants to end Kelly Charles' career in the cage.
You have to know, most men would say this is a mistake, but you have to know that the champion has Kelly Charles where he wants him, and he knows what he's doing. This is a man that pulled it out against Abyss when nobody thought he could. He pulled it out against Chris Harris. He's even beaten Kelly Charles, and tonight, the champ knows what he's doing. I believe in Larry D. I believe in Larry D. I believe in the world champion. And Kelly Charles,
here we go.
His life's going to end.
Max, here comes again.
Boom!
Wait a minute. Kelly Charles out of the way. The super kick.
Champ!
The super kick.
Champ!
Cover him, Kelly. 1, 2, 3. History has been made. History has been made in Mount Sterling, Kentucky. Kelly Charles is the new heavyweight champion of the world.
And new MWA World Heavyweight Champion, Kickin, Kelly Charles.
Ladies and gentlemen, history has been made. The long-time reigning world heavyweight champion Larry D has been defeated. The man who got the job done, realizing his dream tonight, Kelly Charles is the heavyweight champion of the world. My broadcast colleague is in tears. Larry D can't believe it. Larry D can't believe it. I don't think Kelly Charles even realizes yet that he is the world's
You can't put
heavyweight
into
champion.
words what this feeling is like for Kelly Charles. You can't put into words what a devastation this is going to be to Larry D. The world The MWA world has changed here tonight.
Maxx, I gotta tell you what, I have never in all my career experienced a moment quite like this one. The legend has been defeated. Kelly Charles is the heavyweight champion of the world. History made in Mount Sterling, Kentucky at Double Jeopardy. Shayne Parker, Tuffy, JT Snow, Hosscat Big Henry coming out to greet the new world champion. There, the title by his longtime friend Shayne Parker being handed to the man who tonight has captured his dream, and he has captured the heavyweight championship of the world. I can't hear myself think in here, Maxx. Out of all the men who have come to the MWA to try to take the championship of the world, Larry D turned them all away. But tonight,
I'm
Kelly
speechless.
Charles.
I'm speechless.
Kelly Charles.
I've got these morons are going crazy.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, the official decision, Kelly Charles is the new heavyweight champion of the world.
If you like to gamble, I tell you I'm your man. You win some, lose some, it's all the same to me. The pleasure is to play, make no difference what you say. I don't shade green, the only card I need is the ace of spades, the ace of spades. Playing for the high road, dancing with the devil, going with the flow, it's all a game to me. 7 or 11, snake eyes watching you. Double up or quit, double strike or split, the ace of spades, the ace of spades. You know I'm going to lose, and gambling's for fools, but that's the way I like it, baby. I don't want to live forever. And don't forget the Joker. Pushing up the ante, I know you got to see me. Read 'em and weep, the dead man's hand again. I see it in your eyes, take one look and die. The only thing you see, you know it's gonna be the ace of spades.
Oh! Comes again. Boom! Wait a minute, Kelly Charles out of the way. Oh! The super kick! Jam! The super kick! Jam! Covering Kelly. 1, 2, 3. Once again, the official decision. Kelly Charles is the new heavyweight champion of the world.
Playboy shoots him off. Rhinestone reverses it.
Of all the independent wrestling organizations in this area, this is the #1. The atmosphere is just excitement. I mean, wrestling is still big today. You see it